Welcome to this session where we talk about what's new with AI in Business Central. Now, in March 2023, we introduced you to Dynamics 365 Copilot, the world's first AI-powered assistant across ERP and CRM. And in Business Central, Copilot had just one skill initially, marketing text suggestions, which gives our customers that boost of creativity so that they can draft product descriptions and help them bring their products to market even quicker. Now, throughout the preview of marketing text suggestions, we've received some incredibly encouraging and positive feedback on this feature and its capabilities. And we got that from our partners, we got that from our customers, and also from our focused user studies. And it's quite amazing to see how AI really has that power to surprise and delight when it's put to work in a business context and helps our customers be dramatically more productive. So we're pleased to announce that with 2023 Release Wave 2, Marketing Text Suggestions is no longer in preview, it is now generally available. My name is Mike Borch-Cardona. I'm a product manager at Microsoft. And together with me today is Sam. Hi, Sam.
Hi, yeah, I'm Sam van Lieshout. I'm a software engineer on the Business Central team. So yes, I'll go through the agenda for today. So top of the list, of course, is that Marketing Text Suggestions are GA. So we'll cover what's new with the GA changes coming from preview, and we'll give it a bit a go as well. And lastly, we'll go through everything you need to know to get started and try it out yourself. All right, so here we're in Business Central on the familiar Role Center. And whether you're a partner showing a demo to a prospect or you are an end user just getting started with Business Central, we have the welcome banner here, and we make it super easy to demo the Copilot functionality. So you can go ahead and see the demo tours, and then you'll see these checklists here. And you can skip right ahead to number 5, and that's Create with Copilot. And you can start the tour. And this will then show the tour for the marketing text suggestions. And as you can see, it allows you to stop typing and start selling. The idea being that we take the item attributes from the item, and we'll generate a product description that you can use alongside your web shop in Shopify. So I'll go and say next, and then it points out to the fact box control here, which is where you will go ahead and draft your marketing text with Copilot. So coming from preview, straight away you'll see that there's no reference to preview text anymore in the fact box. That's not the only thing we changed. So if you go ahead and click Draft with Copilot now, you'll see the familiar UI that you can come to expect with Copilot experiences across all of the Microsoft products. So yeah, you can see that we have generated some marketing text just with one click using all the item attributes in this item. Maybe I don't like that it has included the width and depth of the desk. So you can actually go ahead and edit the prompt. And here you can select the item attributes that you want to include in the marketing text suggestion. So I can go and uncheck the depth, height, and width. As well, we made the tone, format, and emphasis more discoverable. So I can actually say, sustainability is super important. So that's something I would like to highlight. I think the tagline and paragraph is pretty good. I like that. And the tone, I think we want to be inspirational with our products in this company, so that's good. Then I can go ahead and click Generate, and this will generate a new suggestion. It will keep the old one. So if actually I preferred the previous one, I can go back and I can see the original one. But let's take a look at this new one here. So yeah, you can see that here that there's this greater emphasis on sustainability. And there's no mention to the dimensions of the products. So I can either choose now to keep it, and that will actually then save this text to the database, or I can discard it if I don't like it, or I can even regenerate, and that will create a new suggestion with the same parameters that I'd previously clicked. But this one's great, so I'll go ahead and give it a like. So. We can send that feedback back, and I'll keep it. So another thing that I've revamped is the edit dialog. So here, again, we just focus on the marketing text that you already have in the product, and you can go ahead and edit this without the help of Copilot. But if you would like to draft some new text with Copilot, you can go ahead and click this action, and because I already have text, it warns me it will replace it. And I can go ahead and select the specific attributes I would like, and of course I can then just generate new marketing text suggestions.
Sam, if I may, I love how snappy this feels. It's got that really fantastic, beautiful experience here. As you work with Copilot, even just the small details, like down to when it's showing you that Copilot is thinking, is generating that text. Those subtle details really make a difference here. And this is the kind of thing which you really have to get hands-on to really appreciate as well. And if you're a partner, if you're not showing this to your customers, I think you're really missing out on giving that wow experience in Business Central with Copilot and these AI-powered experiences.
Yeah, so just to quickly recap on what you saw here. So as part of the marketing text suggestions for GA, we are now using the signature Copilot look and feel that you see across all the products. We've improved the access to all the different generative options within the dialogue. You don't no longer need to click additional actions to make things visible and that kind of thing. And we've really focused on, depending at what stage of generating your marketing text, we've optimized the workspace available to you so that you can focus on that. So Mike, for Copilot features, can you tell us what does GA mean?
Right. Let's talk about availability. Let's dig into some of the details here, which are so important for you to understand how to plan your approach. So first of all, marketing text suggestions, and in fact, all of our Copilot capabilities going forward are only available for Business Central Online, what we also refer to sometimes as SaaS. When will marketing text suggestions get updated? Well, the update to marketing text suggestions will be delivered in a minor update in Wave 2. Now, just as a reminder, Wave 2 minor updates span from November till March 24. So what that means is that if you're on update 23.0, you will still see the preview experience of marketing text suggestions. You just have to wait for that minor update. Now, the feature is not restricted by geography, which means that it's available no matter which country localization you use for your environment. That's one of the questions we get pretty often, actually. And another one we get often is, what languages is this available in? So finally, along with English, we're also expanding to 7 more languages in which this feature is available. That includes Spanish, Dutch, German, Italian, French, Danish, and Japanese. Now, this also includes localized variants of those languages. So we already know this covers quite a breadth of our customer population. And this also means that if your environment is localized to, for example, Sweden, and your users can still switch to English to use the feature in English and generate English marketing text. Now, many have asked, why in preview was this only available in English, and when are all the other languages going to be available? It's a good question. So I'd like to clarify that. Due to the very nature of AI, before we claim that any AI-powered feature is supported in so-and-so languages, what we do is we go through quite an extensive assessment process where we verify the output of AI against various criteria. And the good news is we're already hard at work with verifying the next batch of languages, which we will announce later on for this particular feature. Now, as we unlock AI features in more languages, we really appreciate your feedback on the quality of that generated text. So we know that AI can produce engaging and surprisingly high-quality text, but we also know AI doesn't always get it right. So we've provided a really simple way for you to signal and rate that feedback right in the UI alongside every single generated text. And you can do that every time something is generated. You can send us your likes or dislikes along with a reason. And either way, that really helps us continue improving Business Central. Well, next, how about we take a look, Sam, at how can you get access to this? Where will you find it? What do you need to set up to start using marketing text suggestions?
Yeah, can do. So there's a few toggles that actually control the functionality of marketing text and a few different aspects of it. So I think it would be a good idea to walk through them. To help manage the actual UI impact of the marketing text functionality, we have a feature key in the feature management page that controls the availability of like the fact box part and other UI aspects of the marketing text feature. This does not manage like the generative AI aspects of marketing text, so the marketing text suggestions. It's purely the UI for the marketing text. This is enabled by default for environments that have been created since 2023 release wave 1. So you might know that as version 22 or above. And another thing to make note of is to determine whether or not the GA capabilities have been enabled in your environment. And you can see that just at a glance by checking the factbox part here. And if there's no mention to preview here, that means you've got the GA bits. So that's good. If you're upgrading from an earlier version, you'll need to go to the feature management page, as I said, and find this specific feature key, which is create AI-powered product descriptions with Copilot, and go and enable that for all users. And then next time users sign in, they'll see the marketing text functionality on the page. Now, for the fun bit, enabling the generative capabilities of marketing text, there's another toggle you'll need to switch in the Copilot and AI capabilities page, which is available only in Business Central Online. And it's a new page that's kind of replacing the Copilot information page that we had in preview. So this is enabled by default, but you need to keep in mind that the user language also needs to be supported for the generative capabilities to show up. Lastly, there's one other toggle that you might need to click, which is to allow data movement if there's no AI availability in your region. If there is AI availability in your region, you don't need to consent to any data movement, but yeah, if there's no availability, you'll need to consent to that movement. By default, this is off, so admins will need to go in and enable this. If you've used the marketing text suggestions in preview, it should already be enabled. So if you're already using the feature, there's no action required here. We're working very hard, of course, to add this AI availability to more regions. So hopefully this additional setup step will go away in the future. Back to you, Mike.
Thanks, Sam. Well, before we close, let's very quickly just summarize. So Copilot in Business Central includes marketing text suggestions, an AI-powered capability that's now generally available. You'll find it in a minor update to 2023 Release Wave 2. It's available in 8 languages, and there's no restrictions on country localization of your environment. And if you don't see marketing text suggestions show up, there's probably some one-time setup that you need to go through. And of course, do remember to provide us feedback on that output of generated text. Now, if you're a partner watching this, you're probably wondering, how did they do that? Well, we have some good news for you. Marketing text suggestions has been rebuilt on our new developer tools for Copilot in Business Central, which means that you can now design and implement very similar generative AI experiences for your own extensions. We have a dedicated session for this. I really highly recommend you watch that. If you're looking for more inspiration, we've got a second capability in the box, bank account reconciliation assistance with Copilot. Go take a look at that one too. And if you missed the buzz last wave around marketing text suggestions, here's a link to a video where we sort of announced marketing text suggestions and explained some of the details around, more technical details about how suggestions work and how they're generated, but also how this is built on the Copilot system, Microsoft's comprehensive approach to privacy, security, compliance, and responsible AI. There's plenty more resources if you're looking to get started with Business Central. Follow the buzz on social media or engage with the product team, people like ourselves. And if you've got that great idea for AI-powered capabilities that we should go and implement in Business Central, you should share your ideas on aka.ms/bcideas. And if you're a partner, we highly recommend you join the discussion group specifically about Copilot and AI. You'll find the link right here. So it's been a real pleasure to share with you how our first Copilot capability, marketing text suggestions, is shaping up. With marketing text suggestions generally available, we're looking forward to hearing your feedback on how we can evolve this further. We also hope this inspires you to see a path towards building your own AI-powered capabilities in Business Central as well. So on behalf of the Business Central team, thanks for watching.
Thank you.